Hi viewers, welcome back to our channel Make Math Easy. So in the last class we discussed about how to do the long division and what is the application of remainder theorem and factor theorem while doing the long division. Right, so also in the last class we discussed possible 1 mark questions based on the remainder theorem, factor theorem and also on the long division. So, and one important thing that we discussed in our last class is what are the few rules related to the long division. Though we know those rules, but we don't know with respect to polynomials. So we discussed those in the last class. So the first one is if the remainder is equal to 0, then you can say that that particular divisor is a factor of the dividend, or dividend is exactly divisible by divisor. And the second rule we discussed is sum of the degree of divisor and the quotient will give you degree of dividend. This is the second rule. And the third rule what we discussed is whatever the remainder that you are writing, that degree should always be less than the divisor. This justification also we discussed in our last class. Now in today's class, let us see few more difficult problems using in the long division method. Okay, let's get started. See, take down this question. If the polynomial 6x power 4 plus 8x cube minus 5x square plus ax plus b is exactly divisible by 2x square minus 5, then find the values of a and b. Please try to understand the question first and then we will go into detailed explanation of that. See, if you observe the question here, they said that the polynomial is exactly divisible by this and then find the values of a and b, right? So the first and foremost thing that you have to understand here is you can apply remainder theorem and factor theorem also, because this type of questions we did in our class 9. But remember one thing, officially you don't have the remainder theorem and factor theorem in class 10, so we cannot go for that type of solution in a 4-mark question. So this is basically a 4-mark model. In your class 10, you are having mainly the long division and the division algorithm and all. So you have to choose you have to write the answer by choosing a method of going for the long division only rather than the remainder theorem and factor theorem. Keep this point in your mind. So now let us understand the question first. This is exactly divisible by this polynomial, which means that this is a factor of this, indicating that remainder should be 0, right? So now let us see 2x square minus 5, 6x power 4, 8x cube minus 5x square, ax plus b. So in the last class itself we discussed at every level first term is important. If you divide the first terms, that will give you information what should be the terms in quotient. So first term will be 3x square, multiply the 3x square with here 6x power 4 minus 15x square you are getting. So please be careful here, but I am having x cube here, x cube term is there. So I am just skipping this part and I am writing here 15x square. Do the subtraction, this will get cancelled. This is not affecting your answer, so 8x cube and then plus 10x square you are getting. So again, first term here is 8x cube by 2x square, which will give you 4x. So second term will be 4x. So if you multiply it, you will get 8x cube. 4x minus 20x, that is nothing but 4x into minus 5, so that is minus 20x. So you can drop this plus ax here, ax. So do the subtraction again, symbols will change. You will be getting 10x square. See, you cannot simplify these two because this is a constant, this is a variable. So I will just write this as an 20 plus a into x because I am just taking x common here. Again, the first term here is 10x square, first term here is 2x square. 10x square by 2x square will give me 5. So I will drop this b also here, so plus b. I have to multiply with 5, so plus 5. 5 into 2x square, 10x square, and then minus 5 into 5, it is 25. Minus plus. So these two will get cancelled. This term won't affect you, so 20 plus a into x, and the last part will become plus b plus 25. So you can just observe here, we got the remainder now, and that is, if you just observe the degree of remainder here, that is less than the divisor, right? And we don't have any further choice of doing the division here. But if you just observe the question, they are saying that it is exactly divisible. What do you mean by exactly divisible? Means remainder should be equal to 0. That means whatever remainder we got here, 20 plus a into x plus b plus 25 should be equal to 0. So that means this individual terms has to be equal to 0, then only you will get answer as a 0. So that's why 20 plus a should be equal to 0 first case, next case b plus 25 is equals to 0. So a is equal to minus 20, b is equal to minus 25. So this is how you should understand the word exactly divisible. So exactly divisible means you have to make the remainder as a 0. When the remainder will be 0, when the coefficient of x is 0 and when the constants are 0, obviously 0 plus 0 will become 0. This is how you should understand the question and do the normal long division. Please remember, don't try to use remainder theorem or factor theorem, especially in a 4-mark based questions, right? If you use means there are high chances for losing marks in that because as it is not officially given in your class 10 syllabus. Okay. Now let us do one more important model. Take down this. Find the polynomial of least degree. Find polynomial of least degree which should be subtracted from the polynomial x power 4 plus 2x cube minus 4x square plus 6x minus 3 so that it is exactly divisible by x square minus x plus 1. See students, this is very important model for 4 mark. Find the polynomial of least degree which should be subtracted from the polynomial x power 4 2x cube minus 4x square plus 6x minus 3 so that it is exactly divisible by x square minus x plus 1. So understand the question first. They said this has to be exactly divisible by this polynomial. Again, it is indicating that this is a factor of this polynomial, which means remainder should be 0. So let us do the division and then we will come back to the question. This is x power 4 2x cube minus 4x square plus 6x minus 3. Again, divide the first two terms, x power 4 by x square, which will give you x square. So the first term is x square. Multiply x power 4 minus x cube plus x square. Now if you do the subtraction part here, symbols will change. These two will get cancelled. This will become 3x cube minus 5x square plus 6x will come. Now again, if you observe the first term here is 3x cube, here it is x square. 3x cube by x square, that is 3x plus 3x. So this term will become 3x cube minus 3x square plus 3x. So minus plus minus. This will get cancelled and this is minus 2x square plus 3x minus 3. So now again the first term here is minus 2x square. The first term here is plus x square. I am getting minus 2. So I have to place here minus 2. Now multiply with that minus 2. You will be getting minus 2x square. Minus 2 into minus x is plus 2x. Minus 2 into plus 1 is minus 2. So if you do the subtraction, this will get cancelled. So 3x minus 2x is x. Minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1. Right? This is the remainder because this degree is less than the degree of divisor. Now understand the question now. Find the polynomial of least degree which should be subtracted. This word is very important. Which should be subtracted. So now tell me, when it is a case of an exactly divisible means remainder should be equal to 0. That we are aware of. If I want to make this remainder as a 0, I should subtract minus x from plus x, plus 1 from minus 1. Then only I will get answer as a 0. So that means if I have to get the remainder as a 0, I have to subtract x minus 1 from dividend to make it exactly divisible by divisor. Exactly divisible by divisor. Now see, let us try to conclude this part. On what basis I am saying subtract x minus 1 directly? See, I will just tell you a simple example. If I give you 2 divided by 25, we know that 2 12s are 24, 1 will be balanced. Now see here, this remainder we are getting extra actually. Once if you are able to subtract this 1 from 25, you will be getting 24, then it is exactly divisible. So that means whatever remainder I am getting here, this is coming as an extra. So this extra number has to be subtracted from the given polynomial dividend. Then you can say that it is exactly divisible by its divisor. Right? Now, let us discuss one more important question from this long division point of view, where you just have to understand or apply the concept first of all, not by doing this much of lengthy procedures and all. If you know the concept and if you know the division algorithm, then only you can be able to do this question, right? Let us take down this question. See, this is the one. Little bit lengthy one, but try to take it. It's an important question. P of x is a polynomial with degree more than 2. When P of x is divided by x minus 2, it leaves remainder 1. It leaves remainder 1. So, comma, when it is divided by x minus 3, leaves a remainder 3. find the remainder when p of x is divided by x minus 2 into x minus 3. Little bit lengthy question only lengthy, but once if you understood the concept, the solution will be nothing actually. See the question, p of x is a polynomial with a degree more than 2, they said. Okay, that means p of x is nothing but dividend. Dividend degree is greater than 2. When p of x is divided with x minus 2, leaves a remainder 1. When it is divided with x minus 3, leaves a remainder 3. Find the remainder when p of x is divided by x minus 2 into x minus 3. Now try to understand this part here. P of x is a polynomial with degree more than 2. That means degree of dividend is equal to more than 2, they said. Now they are asking the remainder when p of x is divided with this. That means degree of divisor is equal to what they are saying, x minus 2 into x minus 3. So that means it is equal to 2. Right? Now we know that degree of divisor, and if you think of degree of a remainder, you can say that degree of remainder is always less than, degree of remainder. We know that from the rules that we learned that degree of remainder is always less than the degree of divisor. So when the degree of divisor itself is 2, I can consider the r of x, that means the remainder polynomial, as a 1 degree. That is nothing but linear polynomial in which the standard form that we can write as ax plus b. Hope this point is very clear. I will just give one more time explanation. Please listen carefully. Degree of dividend is greater than 2, they had given. Degree of divisor is, this is the divisor x minus 2 into x minus 3. If you take the product, you will get the highest power as a 2. And we know that degree of remainder is always less than the degree of divisor. This property we are aware of. So when a degree of remainder should be less than divisor degree means I can go for the linear polynomial that will be ax plus b. Okay. So straight away we cannot take, you may get a doubt here, why can't we take the degree of remainder as a 0? Because straight away when you don't know what is the dividend polynomial here, we cannot think the degree will be a constant always. So for safer side, we are taking it as a linear polynomial. Maybe there is a case where you will get a as a 0, means automatically degree of remainder will become 0, right? For that sake only we are assuming this as an ax plus b. Now see, we know that p of x is equal to dividend is equal to divisor into quotient and then plus remainder. This part we are aware of, right? So now in this polynomial g of x they had given us x minus 2 into x minus 3, quotient we don't know, r of x. We assume that r of x as an ax plus b, right? Hope till here it is clear for everyone. Now see, try to understand the other conditions they had given in the questions. That is nothing but p of x when it is divided by x minus 2 leaves a remainder 1. So that means in this polynomial, if I substitute x with 2, I am getting remainder as a 1. So let me substitute x with 2. P of 2 is equal to, this term will become 0 because 2 minus 2 into something. 0 plus, you will be getting 2a plus b. But according to the question, they said the remainder is 1. So therefore the first condition will be 2a plus b is equal to 1. This is my first condition. Coming to the continuation part, another they said is when it is divided by x minus 3, leaves a remainder 3. So if I substitute x with 3, again this term will become 0 plus 3a plus b. They said this is 3, so 3a plus b implies 3a plus b is equal to 3. This is the another relation that we are having. So now you can understand here, if you simplify these two equations, you will be getting the values of a and b. So they are expecting us to find the remainder only, and the remainder we had considered as ax plus b itself. Once you know the a and b values, if you substitute in ax plus b, that itself will give you the remainder. So let us simplify that. 3a plus b is equal to 3, first equation. 2a plus b is equal to 1. If you simplify it, you will get a is equal to 2. So a is equal to 2, if you substitute here, you will get 4 plus b is equal to 1. So b is equal to minus 3. So you found the values of a and b. So therefore r of x will become, that means the remainder will become ax plus b, 2x minus 3, right? So this is how we have to understand the concept, and then accordingly we have to apply in the given question. Please don't expect all the questions will be very direct from the textbook or from the concept point of view. There may be few questions where it is the application part, and you have to understand. When you are aware of the concept completely, then only we can be able to do those questions, right? Hope you enjoyed this session. With this, we completed the chapter polynomials. In the next class, before going into the new chapter, I will just make an attempt to recall the entire procedure of polynomials, entire concepts in the polynomials, and if possible, I will do few questions. Otherwise, after 2-3 chapters we complete, then we will go for the revision of all these 3 chapters together, right? Thank you everyone. Please subscribe if you like this channel. Thank you.